Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name is Karen. A very warm welcome if you are a new subscriber, and thank you for coming back to join me today if you're a returning visitor. So today I am carrying on with this Flippy Flappy Envelope journal, which has been made from junk mail envelopes. If you haven't seen, there's been 2 videos working on this so far, so if you haven't seen them, I will try and remember to link them below this one. But if I forget and you want to see them and you can't find them, just nudge me and remind me and I will come back and do it, because I'm not I am a bit forgetful. So let's just remind ourselves of what we've done so far. This is the front, and we have a flip that way and a flip that way, and I haven't decided yet whether these are going to be pockets or whether I'm going to just cover them. I'm not sure. So yeah, then we flip that way, and then this is going to be our cover. So then we open the journal this way, and there's going to be a signature attached here. Then this opens this way and this opens this way. Am I in? I think I might have moved a little bit. It's probably too wide actually to get the whole thing in. So then that closes back up and we go this way, and then on the back we've got a flip here and a flip here, and this is our back cover. And then when we close that up, this opens, we have a pocket here, and then we're back to the front cover again. So that's what we've done so far. So today I think I'm just going to carry on covering, specifically I want to cover this part. Now I did mention that the inspiration for this came from Carol Laws, and I have linked her video, and she was inspired by, oh, I can't remember the names of the videos. I know one was Roxy, Rachel at Roxy Creations, and the other one was, I know it begins 507, but I've forgotten the rest of the name. I'm so sorry. I will try and link both of those channels below, but Carol's video has been linked on both the previous videos, and it will be linked on this one. So obviously if you watch her videos, she will refer back to the videos that she watched. So I hope that's, I just wanted to point that out, because I was reminded by one of my lovely subbies that Carol had said that in her video and I didn't mention it before. So right, I think I want to cover these pages. I need to cover this because where this fold is, this bit needs to be strengthened, and that is going to have the signature sewn in there. There is going to be another signature sewn in somewhere else, and I keep forgetting where it is. I think it may be here, but I need to refer back to those other videos to check that. So these digis I'm using, I have a mixture here. These are a digital kit from Etsy, from Janie B Journals, and the other ones that I was using that you saw the other day, these ones are from the Digital Collage Club, and again that was all linked in the previous video, so I will remember to do that here as well. Now I thought one of these I had printed, yeah, that one I've printed up this way, which is a better size for making sure we get the whole thing, because these, obviously the envelopes are slightly bigger than these sheets. So again, I need to get rid of these white edges, and I can't tear on camera and I can't use the guillotine on camera because of my dodgy table, so I'll just snip these off. So I hope you are all well. I'm filming this first thing in the morning because at lunchtime my eldest daughter is coming to pick me up and we're going to see my mum, take the grandchildren. So I will not be here this afternoon. It's bin day here today, so Max is downstairs with the blinds shut and the radio on, in the hope that he won't notice the bin men coming, which is a bit ambitious, but it's the best I can do. So if you hear some barking in the background, I apologise, that will be Max responding to the noises outside. In fact, you probably will hear when the bin men come, because I'm at the front of the house now. Can hear lots of stuff going on outside. So that's my plans for today. Now, how big do we want this? Now, this is what I was talking about the other day. When Carol covered her envelopes, she did her covers before she stuck these two little envelopes on, so that she could wrap the papers round and keep the edges all neat. And I got a bit carried away and didn't do that, but I think I might be able to do something about that. Let's open that out so it's out of the way. I might be able to just put a little cut there and maybe go either side. So if we stick that on, we need to, we give that a little bit of a wrap around as well. My theory is, if I do all these inside bits first and then I'm going to do the covers last, hoping that then I can cover up all of the edgy collagey bits. I'm going to go over here and see if I can tear this here and make it look neat. That's my theory. So now I want that to go over that. So I'm going to have a little snip there and a little snip there-ish. I want to go around the corners, and I'm just putting a little bit of ink on these edges in case you see any of them when everything's finished. If I do it now, it's done, and if I don't need it, it doesn't matter, but if I do, it will be done, because obviously once everything's stuck down, it's a bit trickier to try and sort your edges out. So let's get some glue down there. Now the only thing is, with doing this on camera, is obviously I have to leave the glue. Oh, that's got stuck. I can't even open this now. Oh. You know, because I want to leave everything to dry before I fold it. It's a bit tricky, you know, carrying on with other things on camera, but hey ho, we'll see what we can do. Now, I'm just going to pop most of the glue in the middle with a little bit around the edges until I see what I want where. I might have to lift it and add some more on now. Got a little mark there and there. Need to move this paper underneath. I'm going to get glue all over it otherwise. I'll move this over a little bit so it's more central, so you can hopefully see a little bit better what I'm doing. Now, where was my little cut there? And a little cut there, so I want to try and manoeuvre that down a little bit. I don't know if I want that bit stuck yet. Now what I want to do is about right there. I'm just snipping into this paper where this envelope is so that I can, that needs a little bit more. Am I going to get that little sliver stuck back down? Let's have a go. I want to decorate this, but try not to interfere with the envelope moving. Maybe I should have gone a bit further there. So that needs to still go there. Oh, I've got sticky fingers now, and they need to go there. So if I turn my edges over at the top and the bottom, I'll need to snip a little bit of that off because we don't want to cover up the edge of the pocket. Or you can see I haven't got that straight because it's not coming near the pocket on this side. Right, see what we can do here. So obviously, as you can see, I'm going over this fold, so I'm not going to be wanting to fold the journal open and closed until that glue has dried, so that we get a nice crease in the paper instead of lumpy bumpy bits, as my daughter would say, my middle daughter, when she was about 4. I'm going to chop that bit off. She had an abscess in her mouth, and obviously she didn't know what it was at that age, and she just kept saying, "Mummy, I've got a lumpy bumpy in my mouth and it hurts." And I thought it was just an ulcer or something, but no, she had a big abscess, and she ended up having to have 4 teeth taken out, which I was absolutely horrified about at the time, because I was always very hot on, the amount of sweet stuff and sweet drinks and things they had. But the other two they never had any of those sorts of problems, so it was obviously, it's just the way she is. She's a bit more affected by things like that. But yeah, that was her description of an abscess. It was a lumpy bumpy. So right, I think I've just got that tucked under there, and obviously anything that doesn't look pretty, once we've finished, we can sort out when we decorate. We can always add trims and things to make things look a bit prettier where we need to. So that's that section done. See, because that because the glue is wet, that's not folding nicely, so just get that stuck down, leave it to dry, and then we will give it a nice crease once the glue's all dry and get it to fold nicely. I just want to make sure, yeah, that's not interfering, and we need to put a little sliver of something there. Oh, I'm getting so sticky this morning. I don't know why. I'm managing to get glue all over my hands, but I am. Oh, right, so if we slide that along and we put something here. Now this is where we have our slight difference in size, which I don't think is going to matter, but obviously it's going to make decorating this part a little bit trickier if we want to go over the whole thing. So what do we want to use here? Now this part, oh, it's still just too small to go that way. And there is writing on that, so and where's my folder here? That's there. So we could put this part on here. Go along a little bit. I want to catch that envelope. I want to go round there. I'm just wondering if I should just use this whole sheet of paper and fold it and give it even more reinforcement instead of fiddling about with it. Yeah, I might do that. So let's just keep forgetting to put this down, don't I? I have glue all over my mat, let alone all over my fingers, and I've just stuck my finger in the glue after saying, why am I getting glue all over my fingers today? Probably because you're sticking your fingers in the glue, Karen. So are any of you making this with me? Doing anything similar? Crafting along? Let me know if you are. I'd love to see what you're doing and what you make of all this. One good thing about using the bee paper is, at least, you know, when I fold these over, the bees are going to be upside down, but then that doesn't really matter, does it? Because they could be flying like that. So now I'm going to fold there where I haven't got glue and paper. And I'm just going to do a bit of a snip of the corners here. Let's get that bit out of the way so that I don't get anything stuck to bits that shouldn't be stuck to. And if, as I'm turning all of this around and fiddling about with it, I hope I'm not confusing you with where we are in the project, but it's the only way really I can work on this and have any hope of keeping it, you know, fairly neat and tidy. Now that's that. Now how much of this do I want? I'm going to snip that there and snip that there. I'm just shaping those envelopes where the change in size is to try and help with this part. because we're going from bigger envelopes to smaller here. So if we fold that over, we need a little bit more trim there. This, I just can't get the angle here to snip that bit quite where I need to snip it. So, where's my bone folder? There it is. If I burnish that to get a nice edge. And then do the same here. Let's try and fold it up straight. So that sounds like a bus. Oh no, it is a bin lorry, but obviously not coming here today. Down there, let's just see how that looks. That all looks okay, so let's stick that down. Come on, glue. I've just realised I haven't shut the door properly in here. I don't know if you can hear the music going on downstairs. Hopefully not. It's a bit distracting when there's music in the background, isn't it? So, just mopping up that excess glue that's just oozed out in a couple of places there. So it won't matter eventually because we will be covering this as well. But I don't want anything sticking to anything it shouldn't be sticking to at the moment. So now let's just do that end piece. So I know this isn't the most riveting of things, just watching me stick bits of paper down, but it's all got to be done, and the more interesting, you know, I need to decide whether I'm going to have any more pockets or tucks or anything added in anywhere. Obviously we'll need to sew the signatures in at some point. And then decorating, but obviously this base does need covering before we can do any of that. So as I always say, if I pop it on here, you have the choice whether to watch it or not. If I don't do it on camera, you don't have the choice. So that's where we are with that piece. And then this is the final piece for this section. And I'm going to have to try and shape a piece of paper, I think. Unless I can stick it on and cut it again, fold those bits over, and then that piece. Right, what we're going to use here, we're going to have some more bees. Well, they're all bees. We are going to have some more bees, just which sort of bees are we having? Have this blue. Or we could have this one. But it's not wide enough that way, and going that way, I don't think that one makes sense. I think we need one of these again. Oh, I've got some got a honey coloured one here. That might be quite nice. And then I had one here that was like a misprint. But no, that's not really big enough, so I might use that to make a journal card or something. So we could either have that one, we could have a contrast and have that one. I think I might have that one. So I'm just thinking about this, where this shape changes here. And how much did I fold over there? I did keep the whole thing, didn't I? And now going on to the back cover at this point. So on the other side of this is the back cover where we've got the bee with the crown, if you remember. That's where we are, so you've got your bearings. So shall I just stick this middle part on? Now where's that fold? There's a fold there, so, and there's a fold there, so I need that to be, got to cover that. Sorry, I don't want the edge of the paper to be too close to a fold because that's when it will start lifting. So maybe I should have done this bit before that bit, but it's too late now. So that's about there. So I want that to be just over that paper really, and a bit more that side, I think. I can always add a bit more on to reinforce things if it's not in quite the right place, can't I? So let's start by sticking that down. Oops. Oh no, 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 no. Forgotten about my white edges. Quick, quick. Snip, snip. Were you all shouting at me? Oh, it's no wonder I'm getting covered in glue today, is it? Right. That tricky, the first part was the trickiest part. I managed to do that all on camera quite happily. Now I'm doing the simple parts of sticking bits of paper down. And I'm going all doolally. I'm trying to hold this where there's no glue to stop glue getting on my fingers, but it's not working. It's not going to be straight. This is definitely going to have some sort of decoration down the edges to cover up that awful cutting. But even if I stop the camera now, I can't put this through the guillotine because it's got glue all over it. Come on. My numptiness is on show again today. Right. Okay. It's very difficult to do this when it's got glue all over it. At least I only put glue in the middle, didn't do the actual whole sheet of paper. That's very wonky, but is that where the, hopefully the, when the signature's sewn in, that will help disguise that. And oh look, because I've left that glue too long, start drying, you can see it now. Oh Karen, this was supposed to be the final piece to make everything else look pretty, and it's the worst bit you've done. Never mind, we'll get it sorted one way or another, won't we? So let's just pop a little bit more down there. blob there. I don't want. Maybe I should have used Collage for this, because at least I could be balling all this up and rubbing it off. All this excess glue. We've got enough. Oh, we've still got a little bit of white here showing. Just wondering if I've got any bee charms and things. I'll have to have a look and see. I can add to this. I don't remember. I know I've got butterflies. We've all got butterflies, haven't we? But I'm not sure if I have any bees. I see washi trims and ribbons and laces in my future with this journal, hiding all these mistakes. Right, now this is where we've got our fancy bit to deal with. So that needs to be cut shorter, because we don't want to interfere with that envelope. Okay. Probably doing this the most awkward way possible, but sometimes it just goes like that, doesn't it? So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just cutting off that bit that I've just folded back there. And then I need to think about the shaping here. How are we going to do that? Sorry, I'm being so quiet. I'm concentrating and thinking about what I'm doing, so I want that to be tucked under there. Right, let's get this end of this bit down. Up to there. That's going to go under there, so that will be okay. And then if I just stick down these two itty bitty bits, if the glue will come out, and that will protect those edges. And then we just need to work out how this bit's going to go. Everything's sticking to me. Can we go back over that way? Okay, but it doesn't look very nice. Okay, let's just trim this here. Maybe we'll pop that in there and that over there, and hopefully that will work. We might need a little bit more glue in there. Okay, this is very sticky. I won't be able to remember what I did for the other end. That was the top. Sorry if I've just knocked the camera. Right. So, again, I'm going to need to chop some of this off to so it doesn't interfere with that envelope too much. Let's see if I can tear this, because it's got a bit of padding there, so it's yeah, it's not just relying on the table for support underneath. And here again, we need to do something with this change of shape here, change of size. So, where did I cut that? Back here, wasn't it? So that that bit could go over first, like that. And then if I do that, that can go down there, and then that piece could, yeah, we'll do that. Probably made it far more complicated on the other side than I needed to. So we'll stick this bit down first. And I'm swapping between glues, but on these little bits, it's nicer to use the narrower tip, so we don't make quite so much mess. I really hope this is not too boring for you all. I'm sure if it is, you'll just turn off. Right, a little bit there. I always think when you're making junk journals, or at least mine, they look really messy as I'm working on them, but once they're finished, oops, once they're finished, it all sort of works out and they come together and look nice. We would hope anyway. So I'm going to pop that one over there. So that's going to need to dry. Well, this is all going to need to dry. That needs a little bit more glue under that corner there. And obviously when I come and do this side, these bits will all be covered up, all these scruffy edges. Well, most of them anyway. So that's that section done. Those bits don't look too bad where they change in size. Hopefully that will look better when it's dry, but if not, as I say, I think that's where the signature is going to go, so that will be a little bit disguised, and we can always add more trims and fancy bits. So now I'm just wondering, I think I will leave that there today. I'm sorry it wasn't very exciting, but again, I want to leave this to dry before I start folding it up and working out what I'm going to be doing elsewhere. because even working on these envelopes, I've gone, it's off screen this side, you know, I'm moving this piece of paper that's still not dry yet, so I really want to leave everything before I start folding it and seeing what it looks like and what I think I need where. But as I say, I'll probably be adding some pockets somewhere on the inside. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, sorry, I'm sitting here thinking while I'm talking to you. I hope you found that useful, if not enjoyable. Thank you for joining me again today. I will see you all again very soon with the next part. Take care. Bye bye.